篇文章咧係講一個英國嘅皇帝叫做 Henry the Eighth。咁點解要講佢咧？因為咧佢真係好出名嘅一個皇帝。因為咧呢個皇帝咧係喺生前嗰陣時咧就係有6個老婆嘅。咁Henry the Eighth was king of England between 1509 and 1547. He is most famous for the fact that he had 6 wives during his lifetime. 咁呢個皇帝咧就佢有6個老婆啦，咁每一次離婚或者係殺咗個老婆咧，都係為咗一個原因嘅啫。咁我哋睇埋落去啦。Henry's first wife was Catherine of Aragon, whom he married in 1509。即係佢一登基咧，就娶咗呢一個女人啦。Catherine had in fact been married before to Henry's older brother before he died. Although he died in 1502.Unfortunately, this marriage also ended unhappily. 咁呢一個 Catherine 咧，就其實係即係佢1509年登位嗰陣時就娶佢啦。咁但係 Catherine 其實已經 in fact married before， 即係以前都結過婚㗎啦，就係嫁俾佢嘅阿哥。咁而佢阿哥咧就係未死之前就嫁俾佢啦，但係後尾佢死咗啦，咁所以咧就嫁咗俾佢細佬，就係叫做當時就係 King Henry the Eighth 啦。In Henry's opinion, the most important thing in life was to have a son who could become king after him. 咁原來點解佢要有咁多老婆咧？就係因為佢想要有一個仔。However, since Catherine failed to provide him with one, she only had only one daughter during their marriage. Henry soon turned his attentions elsewhere.咁既然咧佢就生唔到一個仔俾佢啦，咁只有得一個女，一個女叫 Mary。咁就咁 Henry 就於是就想嘗試識其他人啦。Soon Henry became infatuated with Anne Boleyn, a charming young woman who worked as one of Catherine's servants. Could she be the one who gives him his long-awaited male heir? Heir 點解咧？就係一個嘅繼承人啊。咁佢一直都係想要一個仔做佢個即係皇位繼承人㗎嘛，咁但係一直都冇啊㗎嘛，咁跟住 Anne Boleyn 究竟可唔可以生到個仔俾佢咧？我哋睇埋落去先講啊嚇。Henry and Anne Boleyn got married in 1533 after he had divorced Catherine。咁佢就將 Catherine 咧就即係佢同佢離婚啦，因為佢生唔到個仔。Later that year, their first child was born, but disappointingly for Henry, Anne gave birth to a girl, 又係女。She was named Elizabeth. Henry was so angry that in 1536, he falsely claimed that Anne had been unfaithful and had her executed. 咩叫 had her executed 咧？即係意思咧，處決咗佢就殺咗佢啦。咁呢個係好出名，因為咧 Anne Boleyn 咧其實係即係好多人咧都話喺嗰個Tower of London 嗰度咧見到佢嗰個鬼咁樣嘅，咁佢係被人哋即係冤枉而跟住就俾人處決。Only a day later, he became engaged to his third wife, Jane Seymour. 咁佢第3任老婆咧就叫 Jane Seymour 啦。咁呢個咧就比較重要嘅喺呢個 Henry 嘅 The Eighth 嘅生命中。Henry's wish was finally granted in 1537 when Jane gave birth to a son called Edward。咁終於有個仔啦，個仔咧就叫做 Edward 啦。咁所以咧所以就講話阿 Jane 呢個人咧對於佢好重要，因為佢好夢想，即係佢夢想一直有個仔，但係而家佢足之有一個仔啦。However, Jane passed away soon after the birth. Henry was soon on the lookout for a new wife. 咁跟住又揾第4任老婆咯喎。He asked a famous artist, Hans Holbein, to paint a portrait of a woman called Anne of Cleves, so that he could judge her appearance.咁咧，佢就揾咗呢個好出名嘅畫家咧，就畫咗呢一個德國，呢個係德國公主嚟嘅，咁就即係畫咗佢嘅樣，跟住因為嗰陣時係即係冇互聯網嘅嘢啦，咁於是就有人畫咗張相咧，畫張相之後咧就俾佢睇。Henry was pleased with the painting and agreed to marry Anne. However, when he met Anne in person, he was shocked to find that she was not as attractive as her portrait suggests.Their marriage last only 6 months。咁樣咧，而跟住之後第4任老婆咧，就因為個樣太醜樣啦，於是咧6個月後又離婚啦。Henry went on to have 2 further wives before his death in 1547。咁跟住仲娶到2個老婆，即係 total 有6個老婆。 Despite this, when he died, he was buried next to Jane Seymour, whom he considered his most loyal wife, simply because she was the one who had been able to give him a son。即係話咧 ，Henry 咧就再娶咗2個老婆啦，但係問題佢哋都係唔係真係特別中意佢哋。咁最尾佢死嗰一刻咧，佢係選擇咗同阿 Jane Seymour 去埋一齊，就點解咧？即係埋喺佢隔離，就係因為佢覺得佢係佢最忠心嘅一個老婆。但係其實咧，相信最主要嘅原因咧，就係佢係能夠俾到個仔佢，咁佢即係成世人嘅希望都係有一個仔。而呢個皇帝咧，就只有一個仔嘅啫，就係 Edward 啦。咁而佢全部都係女嚟嘅，佢所有嗰啲即係剩翻嗰啲全部都係啲老婆都係生女俾佢。第一題啦 ，Catherine of Aragon was married twice. Why did her marriages end？ 咁嗰2段婚姻留意呢個有個 S 啦。咁佢其實結婚結咗2次㗎。咁究竟為什麼佢嗰個婚姻會即係會2次都會完結咧？就唔可以去到尾啦。第一個原因咧，就係佢第一任丈夫即係 Henry's older brother 咧，就係死嘅。咁第二個咧，就去到第4段先有講啦，就係被 Henry the Eighth 咧 divorced。咁所以咧，你要寫翻咧就係第一任個老公就係死咗，第二任個老公就係同佢離婚。好啦，呢一條問題咧就相信好多學生都會識答，但係咧能夠寫得啱嗰個嘅 grammar 同埋係答得到咧，就有少少挑戰啦。咁呢一題咧有啲困難嘅，你唔可以寫 this is 或者 this was because， 因為就你會比較難寫。咁其實主要就寫翻 her first marriage and用 with，OK？The death of her husband and her second marriage and 呢個 and with 啦，呢個 and in divorce。即係話咧係完結係因為咧就要離婚啦。第二題啦 ，What did Henry do when Catherine of Aragon couldn't provide him with a son？ 即係既然佢係即係俾唔到個仔佢，咁佢做乜嘢咧？其實上邊呢條問題都有答咗一樣噶啦。就係第一樣嘢，佢就要同阿 Catherine 離婚啦。咁第二樣嘢咧，就係 turn his attention elsewhere and became infatuated with Anne Boleyn。係啦，咁佢咧就做咗2樣嘢嘅。第一就係即係佢係離，即係佢離咗婚，即係先同佢離婚啦。田 Cat 同之前嘅老婆離婚，即係生唔到仔嗰個離婚，然後咧就同 Anne Boleyn 即係 fell in love。咩叫 infatuated 咧？即係話佢好中意佢咁嘅意思。咁佢寫翻啦，就係 Henry divorced Catherine of Aragon and then turned his attentions elsewhere and became infatuated with Anne Boleyn。第3題啦 ，Do you think Henry really loved Anne Boleyn? What evidence can you find in paragraph 4 to support your answer？ 咁究竟佢係咪真係頭先佢話 infatuated， 即係佢好迷戀佢啊嘛？咁究竟係咪真係好中意佢咧？有啲咩證據你知道佢係或者唔係咧？咁當然咧。其實佢係唔係咁中意佢嘅？點解咧？我哋睇翻喺呢度啦。佢點樣咧？佢因為咧就Anne Boleyn 咧就係一生咗個女之後咧，佢就點樣啊？佢就之後咧就處決咗佢啦，殺咗佢。咁仲要咧係1日之後咧，就已經 engaged to his third wife Jane Seymour。咁就係已經係即刻即係佢真係想揾佢去生仔啫。咁但係佢生唔到仔咧，就係殺咗佢。然後第2件事咧，即刻就娶過1日之後就已經娶咗第3任老婆啦。會睇翻啦，你會寫翻話 No, I don't think Henry really loved Anne Boleyn. He executed her when she could not give him a son, and then became engaged to his third wife one day after she died。就係咁樣啦。即係佢俾唔到個仔，佢就殺咗佢 ，execute 係處決，然後 engaged 啦，即係意思同佢訂婚啦，即係同佢第3任老婆咧訂婚咧，就係人哋死咗一日之後咧，就已經同人訂婚啦。第4啦，find an expression in paragraph 5 that means the same as died。died 咧就喺文章裏邊有一個字咧係一樣嘅，就係passed away 啦。就係佢即係佢生仔嗰陣時咧，就過咗身 ，passed away 咧，即係等於我哋中文咧係講過咗身，就比較即係文雅啲，冇話佢死咗咁樣。咁所以咧就 就邊個字咧？你會寫翻就係 passed away。睇翻啦 ，passed away means the same as died， 咁即係一樣係同死係同一個意思嘅。第5題啦 ，Why was Henry surprised when he met Anne of Cleves？ 點解佢見到呢一個德國公主會咁出奇咧？就係因為我哋頭先有講過啦，就係因為佢嗰個嘅portrait， 即係嗰個嘅肖像咧係shocked， 因為佢 shocked to find it， 因為咧佢係 she's not as attractive as her portrait suggest， 即係話咧唔係佢嗰個如人哋話嗰張相咁靚嘅，咁所以咧佢係好震驚啦。睇翻啦 ，This was because she was not as attractive as her portrait suggest， 即係話咧佢張相咧係比佢吸引好多啦。第6題啦 ，In the last line, who does she refer to？ 咁我哋睇翻呢一個啦，最尾嗰行啦，裏邊有一個 she， 就係話佢個 the most loyal wife simply because she was the one who had been able to give him a son。咁當然就係指翻指 Jane Seymour。到第6題啦，咁所以 in the last line she refers to Jane Seymour， 咁就應該可以攞到分啦呢一個。好啦，到 comprehension 2啦 ，read the text then answer with brief answers， 咁樣咧就係 short answers 啦。After reading about the life of Henry VIII，Rebecca has decided she would like to visit Hampton Court in England。Hampton Court in England 而家仲係有㗎 ，where Henry once lived。She's looking at the Hampton Court website。咁呢啲日子喺呢一邊啦，佢 Secrets of Monarchs 點解咧？君主啊。A new exhibition that gives you the chance to explore the private lives of Henry VIII, May I, and other occupants of Hampton Court. Interactive tours 即係有啲互動，你即係你可以做一啲嘢㗎啦。During these tours, visitors will be shown around the palace by actors playing the parts of historical characters。咁即係話咧，你會見到可能有啲嘅演員咧喺度扮演一啲以前嘅歷史嘅一啲角色啦。Ghosts of Hampton Court. Are you interested in ghost stories? Then come to one of our special events where you can hear about all the ghosts that have been seen over the years at Hampton Court. Not suitable for guests under 16。即係16歲以下嘅人咧就唔可以參加呢個即係講鬼故嘅團啦，就係話因為好多人喺嗰度死咗啦，咁所以都有好多鬼嘅啲人所謂話。Summer Garden Party。Join us at our summer garden party. Entry is £5 and a picnic basket can be purchased for £10。咁啊，即係意思去佢哋嘅花園度食嘢啫。If you are looking for a fun activity for your children during the summer holidays, come to Hampton Court where younger visitors can try on traditional costumes, learn historical dances, and try some Henry VIII style food， 即係話咧食翻佢當年嗰陣時中意食嘅嘢啦。好啦 ，What type of text is this？ 咁呢一個咧文章上面冇講過，但係好明顯咧，你會見到好多嘅時間啦。你可以話呢一個咧係一個 leaflet， 即係一個嘅好似小冊子話俾你聽啦。又或者係一個 timetable， 即係一個時間表話俾你聽係會幾時就會有啲咩節目啦。Find a word in the first row that means the same as kings and queens。咁當然好簡單咧，就係 monarchs 啦。monarchs 就係解嗰個君主咁嘅意思。接住啦，第3 Rebecca and her family are planning to visit England between 12th of July and 30th of July. Which events will they be able to attend？ 12號至30號，咁我哋要睇翻啦。12號至30號啦。咁12號呢一個可以啦。咁同埋咧就係Ghosts of Hampton Court 啦，同埋嗰個Garden Party， 同埋呢個 Dressing Up 都係可以參加嘅。咁你會寫翻咧就係寫翻 Ghosts of Hampton Court the Summer Garden Party。咁記住留意本身上面 capital letter 都要，下面都要。咁第3個就用個 and 去連起佢啦 ，and dressing up。 咁咧都係要大草嘅，因為本身上邊咧都係一個 capital letter 嘅字啦，如果唔係就俾老師扣分㗎啦。咁第四題啦 ，Which of these is not offered to guests at the dressing up event？ 咁有啲乜嘢係唔提供嘅咧？咁我哋睇翻前邊嗰度，究竟佢話係有啲咩提供啦？咁佢話咧係佢話 young visitors can try on traditional costumes、learn historical dances and try some Henry the Eighth style food， 即係會試佢哋啲食物啦。咁我哋睇翻究竟佢有啲乜嘢係唔提供啦？咁佢話有 costumes 啦，food 即係可以係早餐啦。咁唔提供嘅就 telescope 啦。咩叫 telescope 咧？就係一個望遠鏡。咁因為我哋唔係觀星啦，咁所以就應該唔會去走去用一個 telescope 嘅。第五題啦 ，How much would it cost for 4 people to attend the summer garden party and purchase a picnic basket？ 咁頭先咧佢有講過話咧就係5磅啦，咁然後咧就一個 picnic basket 就10磅啦，咁一個 picnic basket 就應該係可以放成家人㗎啦，咁所以4個人咧即係5磅乘以4啦，再加翻10磅啦，所以答案咧就係應該係30磅嘅。True or false 啦 ，a 10-year-old young child would be able to attend the Ghosts of Hampton Court event。咁頭先我哋講話鬼故嗰個咧 minimum 都要16歲啊嘛，咁所以咧呢一個係 false 嘅。好啦，呢個咧就係 preposition 啦。第一個啦，佢就話 No, it's summertime at the moment in England， 因為係一個國家啦，所以我哋用翻 in England。So it will be quite warm. You can take them out of the suitcase， 即係話咧可以 take them out， 即係拎出嚟啦 ，take something out of 一個地方。咁in England 即係喺英國啦。But okay, but I think I will need my raincoat. My friend Sarah told me乜嘢her trip to England， 咁關於一啲嘢啦，咁所以係 about 啦。About her trip to England and she said it rained a lot. Good idea. Also, on the third day we are going to a theme park. So you will need it if there are any water rides. Oh yes, have you seen my sunglasses? I thought they were on my desk, but now I can't find them. 咁就應該喺台上面啦，但係而家係揾唔到嘅。Yes, they are 乜嘢咧？第6題啦 ，in the corner of your room。好啦 ，corner 咧就係角落啦。咁如果係一間房裏邊嘅一個角落咧，就係 in 啦。但係如果係街角嗰個 corner 咧，就會係例如話係企喺呢一個街角嗰度咧，即係呢個有一條街啦，啲車啦，咁樣行啦，咁就係 at the corner。OK。咁但係呢一個咧係主要就係 in the corner of your room 喺間房裏邊嘅一個角落啦，就要用 in 啦。第7題，Thanks. What time are we arriving in London？ 咁係一個城市，所以都係用 in 啦。Our planes lands at 11 o'clock at night。咁呢一個咧 at 一個時間啦，所以就用 at 11 o'clock at night。Okay, will we have dinner at the airport？記住咧，就係機場啦、巴士站啦，全部咧都會係要用 at 嘅。No, we are going to stop at a restaurant on the way there。咁即係話沿途咧停低，咁就叫 on the way there， 即係沿途去嗰度啦。咁樣 told me about her trip 啦係一組啦 ，going to a place 係一組啦。咁 on my desk 係一般喺台上邊啦。In the corner of your room, arriving in London。咁記住咧 ，arrive 咧。Arrive in 咧係一啲大啲嘅地方 ，larger places。但係 arrive at 咧就係譬如係 smaller places， 例如好似學校嗰啲咁樣 ，arrive at school。咁呢個係因為 London 啦，所以係 in 啦。咁呢一個咧係 at 一個時間啦 ，at the airport 同埋 on the way there。到 form of verbs 啦。呢個有個 just 啦，咁所以 I have just arrived home from my trip to England. It was fantastic。咁已經翻咗嚟啦嘛，咁即係之前嗰個旅程係好好就 it was。Let me tell let 後邊記住咧係不變動詞啦。Let me tell you all about it。 Our flight 嗱呢一個咧係因為一個之前發生嘅嘢啦，因為佢已經翻咗嚟啦，咁所以 our flight land at 11 p.m. So as soon as we arrived in England, we went to our hotel. 咁其實呢個可以用 had arrived 嘅，即係話咧係先到達英國之後先至去酒店，但係用 arrived 都得，因為咧就係呢件事咧兩件事都好即係連續咁樣發生嘅。咁可以係兩個都 past tense， 但係其實有表達咗一前一後咧，咁 had arrived 咧都啱。For the rest of the holiday, we were very busy because my mom 之前 plan 咗啊，明唔明？因為見到 before 啦同 got 啦，咁 before 係一個 perfect tense 啦，一般嚟講，咁而 got 咧係 past， 咁所以呢一個咧係 past perfect 啦。Had planned， 咁記住 planned 咧係兩個 n 㗎 ，planned our trip before we got there。On the first day, we went to a big art gallery in London。咁就當時就做咗乜嘢，所以只係用過去式啦。While we 咁 while 咧呢個動作係比較長啲嘅。While we were looking at the artwork, my dad was waiting in the cafe because he 咁佢一般都唔中意啊嘛。呢一個咧係一個習慣嚟㗎。咁佢個習慣咧就係唔中意，所以佢係 doesn't like art. Walking around London was amazing. I remember when my brother shouted, "Look, someone is dancing in the street." 呢一個咧係因為你會見到，因為有個 look 啦，咁即係話而家係即時見到嘅，咁佢指住咁就而家咧有人跳緊舞喎。It was a dancer who was doing a performance in the middle of the square. What a brilliant trip! I wonder if you will visit London soon. 點解用 will 咧？因為咧呢一度咧係佢話寫咗 soon 啦，即係話你將會好快就會去英國啦，咁所以咧就會係用一個 future tense 啦。好啦，見到呢度一家人啦，咁 I'm standing with my family. I'm wearing 乜嘢咧？咁但係你唔知邊個係I噶嘛？咁我哋而家睇埋落去啦。My brother is standing next to me。咁呢一個咧就會係因為佢 Rebecca 一定係女仔啦，即係一係呢個就係呢個啦。咁佢係 family 啊嘛，咁高啲嗰兩個應該呢個係阿爸啦，呢個係應該係阿媽。咁另外呢一個咧就係應該係 Rebecca 啦。咁所以咧就從此可以推論到咧呢一個咧就係佢個 brother。OK， 咁佢話 I'm wearing a blouse。blouse 咧就係一啲即係女性嘅恤衫啦。咁你會見到咁樣扣嘅，咁就係 blouse 啦。咁同埋咧呢一個咧係可以寫 jeans 啦，或者係 pants 都得。咁記住要加 s 啦，因為咧呢個係有雙副本，你要總數啦。My brother is standing next to me. He has many 乜嘢 on his face 啦。咁呢一個咧就係呢一個係 freckles。或者係 pimples 都得。On his face and he is wearing 乜嘢 on his feet 咧？呢一個咧係 sneaker， 即係 sneakers， 因為咧佢係見到佢綁咗鞋帶嘅。Because we were walking a long way that day, my dad has a large 乜嘢 on his cheek。呢度咧有一點啦，咁呢個應該係 mole 啦，即係唔會係應該暗瘡啦。He is wearing 乜嘢咧？嗱，你可以咧係講話係 T-shirt 啦，或者係short pants 啦，都得。Finally, my mom is standing on the left of the photo. She's wearing her hair straight。咁頭髮咧係直嘅，咁所以咧就係話佢頭髮係直頭髮，同佢 Rebecca 一樣啦。到到 vocabulary 啦 ，My mom is the most 乜嘢 I have ever met. She's always willing to help others by donating money， 即係話願意捐錢去幫人。所以咧佢係 generous。She's always 乜嘢 of other people's feelings， 咁感受啊，即係當然係好 considerate 啦，佢梗係顧慮人哋感受啦，所以 considerate。My dad is a very unyielding person。unyielding 點解咧？佢係when he is trying to achieve a goal, he never gives up， 即係話永遠都唔會放棄嘅，即係佢係不屈不撓不唔會放棄嘅一個人，咁所以就 unyielding 啦。He is also very 乜嘢 good at expressing his ideas clearly， 咁樣咧就係 good is very eloquent 或者係 articulate。 咁因為佢話 good at expressing his ideas clearly， 咁即係好口才了得嘅意思啦。My brother is a very 咩 boy，he works hard even at the subjects he finds difficult at school。咁如果好難嘅嘢咧，佢都唔會放棄咧，就係 is very diligent， 即係好勤力啦。咁仲有咧 ，he is also very 乜嘢咧 artistic。點解咧？因為後邊咧有講話 he often draws little cartoons which make me laugh。好啦，接住呢一度啦 ，adjectives 同埋 adverbs 啦。呢一度咧就話 Dear Tina, I have been in England for 1 week now and I'm having 呢個咧就係 at the best time of my life。嗱，你記住咧，逢係啲咩 of my life 啊 ，in Hong Kong 啊呢類嘅一啲即係全世界啊、全香港啊、全呢一世人啊，咁樣咧就會用一個 superlative 噶啦。in Hong Kong 啊，或者係 in this mall 啊，即係有呢啲類似嘅呢啲咁嘅説話咧，就會係用 superlative。I thought the people here might be quite rude, but they are much 乜嘢 than 咧？呢個係 much 嗱，可以有兩個 more friendly。呢個係 special 嘅，同 clever 一樣 ，more friendly 或者係 friendlier than I expected. Last night we went to the opera. I really enjoyed it. The performers sang beautifully. 好啦，嗱呢個 sang 咧係 verb 啦，但係呢個就於是就係 adverb， 但係又有 than 喎，咁所以咧係要 more beautifully than anyone I've heard before. When we first arrived, I felt very tired from jet lag, but I feel a lot 乜嘢咧 better now。嗱，開頭咧覺得因為咩叫 jet lag 咧，即係時差，即係因為有時你譬如飛去英國咁樣，你會慢咗好幾個鐘噶嘛，咁所以咧就會係有 jet lag。jet 即係飛機 ，lag 咧 means behind 咁嘅意思。OK，咁而家咧就覺得好啲啦，咁你一定要係用一個 comparative 啦。Unfortunately, we have to come home a little 呢個有個 than， 所以係 earlier than planned because of a problem at my dad's office. I will try hard to find you a nice present before I leave. 咁即係我會努力去揾份禮物俾你㗎啦，咁樣。咁唔需要話努力啲嘅，因為其實呢一個係唔需要話，即係佢冇比較之前係冇咁努力，而家努力啲咁樣，所以係唔需要嘅。There are many benefits to learning another language. In the modern world, many people will be in contact with people from other countries for their job. 咁呢一篇文咧，最主要咧，你要知道佢係解緊，即係講話係要即係學另一個外語啦。咁接住佢就講話係一啲嘅好處啦。咁呢個第一個好處就係即係可以能夠同人哋接觸啊。明唔明？即係因為喺工作上你要同人哋接觸啦，咁即係話所以咧學一個即係一個 additional language will give you an advantage in the world of work。即係話咧，當你識多一個一種語言嗰陣時咧，喺工作上咧就會係比較即係有優勢啦。咁呢個係所以係用所以啊，應該係用 so。好啦，接住咧就到呢個係第一個好處啦。咁呢個係第二個好處啦，就係if you are simply traveling to another country as a tourist, the people there will appreciate it if you are able to communicate with them。即係話，如果你去人哋嘅國家度旅行咧，咁人哋會好開心啦。如果你能夠同佢哋溝通嘅話，咁所以咧呢個係第一個關係，呢個係第二個關係，所以咧我哋就要用 moreover 啦。咁點解我哋即係而家我同你做緊 conjunction 嘅練習啦？點解會即係解釋得咁詳細咧？就係因為其實做 conjunction 啦，好注重就係你要明白篇文講乜，究竟佢係一個即係遞增嘅關係，你用 moreover 啊，抑或係一個相反嘅關係咧？咁你一定要睇晒成篇文，明白咗先至可以做得啱嘅。咁呢一個就係話呢個係第一個好處，呢個第二個咧就係即係呢個係工作上嘅好處，呢個就係旅行嗰陣時嘅好處啦。咁好啦，接住呢度停啦。咁this is very important 乜嘢 ？If you find yourself in a difficult situation, you will need to be able to express what is happening。即係話咧，你遇到啲困難嘅情況咧，你就可以解釋到啦。咁呢個咧係因為佢話好重要，呢個係即係原因。咁呢個係呢個因為呢個係即係好重要。咁呢個咧就係解釋啦。呢個就係個 reason 就係點解咁重要啦。就係可以同人哋解釋。咁所以呢一個咧係要用 as 啦，即係等於 because 咁樣。 接住啦，呢個又係停一停，接住下一組嘅句子啦。Many people find it difficult to master another language, especially if they are learning as an adult。咁你留意到呢個係指大人啦。咁接住下一句咧就話 Younger people's brains are more receptive to learning。咁接住咧就話年青人咧就比較容易接受，即係容易啲學嘢。The older you get, the harder it will become。咁即係話呢一個係一組啦。咁唔可以淨係睇4，如果你淨係睇呢個答案咧，其實你係睇唔到㗎。咁你會見到呢度就係話，好多人咧就係想想學語言啦，但係大人就好難，細路仔就易啲。咁所以你就可以開始揀到啦。第4，呢度咧佢係應該用 however。點解咧？就係話學嘢好重要，前邊就好重要，咁後尾就一個反義嘅意思，即係話但係唔容易嘅喎咁樣。咁所以咧就係但係咧就覺得好難啦。咁接住呢個第5咧就話你呢個第5咧就會係見到應該係呢個 whereas 啦。點解用 whereas 咧？你記住咧就係前邊係講緊一樣譬如 adults， 後邊就係講 young people， 咁我哋就會用 whereas 啦。例如前邊講阿哥間學校，後邊咧就係講你自己間學校，咁呢一個咧又係 whereas 啦。OK， 前面咧係講阿媽煮餸好食，後尾咧就講話阿爸煮餸唔好食，咁都係 whereas。OK， 咁所以呢個咧係一個對比嘅形式啦，咁所以我哋 whereas 啦。Younger people's brains are more receptive to learning. The older you get, the harder it will become. 第6啦，乜嘢 ？It is important to start as early as possible。咁所以個結果就係呢個就係個結論咯。咁所以我哋就用 therefore 啦。所以咧就早啲學啦，越早學就越好。乜嘢 ？At times it may be difficult to make progress， 即係好難咧有取得進展啊。咁呢個第7題咧就係話，雖然咧有時候唔容易有進展啦。If you persevere and remember the benefits, you will find learning another language very rewarding。咁即係話咧，就係話雖然有時候咧就好難。咁，但係啦，雖然係英文唔可以，我都有 but， 但係我哋廣東話有噶嘛，中文有噶嘛。如果雖然咧係唔容易有進展，但係如果你努力嘅話咧，咁你就會咧係學到啦咁樣。咁如果你咁樣解翻咧，咁你就會答到啱晒啦。另外呢個 persevere 咧係解好堅持咁嘅意思。咁你會發覺咧學呢個 language is very rewarding。rewarding 咧即係會收穫良多。一個 riddle 啦 ，I use a long track 即係條路軌啦。I transport heavy loads 即係話咧係專係 carry 啲比較重嘅嘢㗎。Many tourists use me, watch for lights to stop for me， 即係如果見到燈咧就停啦。I will show you beautiful scenery。咁其實好多嘅交通工具咧都係會符合呢度4個㗎，但係 use a long track 咧咁就明顯只有咧係一種嘅啫，就係火車啦。好啦，到 proofreading 啦。咁 proofreading 第一個啦，就 we arrived 唔會 at London 啦，係 arrive in 嘅。記住就係如果係 arrive at 咧，就會係一啲smaller places，例如學校 schools。咁如果假如係一個城市嘅話咧，就會 arrive in。咁呢個係應該 on the morning。點解咧？就係因為而家我哋講緊一個 date 嗰朝啊，咁係 on the morning of 13th of July。咁記住啦，我哋英文咧都係一樣嘅 at Christmas， 但係咧就係 on Christmas Day。逢係咧我哋講到其實係 focus on 嗰一日咧，就會係用 on 噶啦。咁呢個 on 呢個日子，咁 at Christmas 咧就逢係 festival 咧，我哋都係用 at 嘅。第3啦 ，we saw many famous sites such as Tower Bridge and Big Ben。They 咁梗係用 were 啦 ，they were very interesting, all very interesting. I also enjoyed trying English food. I tried many different dishes。因為咧唔止一味餸噶嘛。I hope I could return to England someday。someday 有啲人咧想加 s， 但係錯㗎。someday 即係 means 有一日咁嘅意思啊。咁但係記住 hope 後邊咧一般嚟講咧都會用將來式㗎，即係一個 future tense。I hope I will。